I like stories, and Steeple Square has a story to tell. It's a story about the immigrants that have come from Germany to find a new homeland here in Dubuque, Iowa, where they could build a community and raise their family. We look at the steeple, the steeple is so high, and so we always kind of focus on the steeple. But there's something more that these people brought, and that is the roots. The roots begin with their strength and hope that they brought here to create that community.
They built the church first on this site, and then they built the school in 1872. The convent was built in the 1870s as well, and the rectory was built in the 1890s. It's one of the most architecturally significant sites in Dubuque because it has most of its original architecture. And of course there's so many aspects of this building that are interesting. The paintings, the stained glass windows, the organ, the Stations of the Cross paintings. I mean, there's just so much of this building to really dig into.
When the church was first decommissioned in 2010, the Archdiocese didn't really have a good idea what they're going to end up doing with the church itself, let alone the entire campus. About 3 years went by and they had entertained bids to scrap it, bids to deconstruct this beautiful facility. Then it was in 2013 that the Friends of St. Mary's was formed, and that's when a number of other community leaders got together and said, okay, what are we going to do with this?
We have a group of 30 board members that attend on a regular basis, so it's all of them working together that allowed us to take on this commitment. Part of our focus from the inception of Steeple Square and Friends of St. Mary's, that we would restore the steeple, would restore the entire campus.
There's a lot of components to the restoration project, and we are very focused on not only the restoration, but the programming that's happening on this facility. With the school, we have created affordable housing for people. With the rectory, we will be having affordable childcare for people.
The former church would be used as an event center, a facility for weddings, receptions, all kinds of gatherings, but beyond that, anything and everything.
Yes, it's a very important building to save for the Dubuque community, but it's also an important project for changing people's lives.
You have organizations coming together to once again to make sure that people have opportunities, people don't feel left out, people have the basic things that they need, job training, child care. They have a community together helping them to reach their full potential.
The steeple here at Steeple Square is one of the tallest steeples in the state of Iowa. It's definitely the tallest in the area. The height is 225 feet from the bottom of the steeple to the top of the cross.
There's talk about early on that they'd actually take the upper part of the steeple, remove it, bring it down to the ground, redo it, and then put it back up. And we decided it's best to scaffold the whole thing, much like they did when they first built it back in 1867.
For me, what makes the Steeple Square so valuable is just people coming together to help people. It's important. It's really going to make our community the community of choice.
Steeple Square is the gateway. It's the North Star. It's the icon of the history of this community.